This is Divine Sunshine coming to you live, not live. This was going to be a recording, and then hopefully I upload it right, that I can do it as a premiere and we can watch this together. Um, if this is your first time to my channel, welcome. We're going to take a look at the Divine Unisouls 11 dot code, which we're going to look at. Again, I guess I must be challenged saying, if you want to get a sale, thank you. I know why Spirit told me about 11 dot code. Let me go straight on into my branding. I was like, why did that come out my mouth? Because they want me to tell you about the Christmas present that I gave you. All of my, so far, people are eating it up. My instant readings are $1. That's my thank you gift to you all. They usually run $7 to $4, but I did it all the way down to extremely low, so you can be able to benefit from it. This is a way that I do instant readings. It's just like you just click on a reading. Situations, I think I have one from 11, and solutions is one from 7. That includes even the Kama Sutra in there as well. Some of them have the McNasty cards, as I call it, mixed in there as well. So if you have a problem or an issue that you want to kind of look at, and I have done this in the past when they first came out. Everybody said that they had very good reviews, stating that, you know, again, that's a way you're allowing yourself and for spirit to actually tap in and say, you know, what is it that your problem is, and I will instantly, you can download your reading from me, and it will give you some insight as to your issue or your problem or what's going on with you in the twin flame journey as well. I also have instant. Right now I only had 2. Spirit had channeled to me. It didn't give me any more at this time, so maybe while I'm off it might come to me, but it gave me 2 channeled divine masculine love letters, so you can choose from those are not on sale for that. Those are pretty much $7, and I'm not going to reduce that down right now as of now, because it takes a lot of energy and work into them. But right now I have been directed, but I was directed to put those instant readings on sale into the new year for $1. So make sure you go over there to Divine Unisouls 11.co and get you one. Okay, $1 is a holla, and that's really reasonable for you to get that. So that's my thank you gift to you all too as well. If this is your first time on my channel, make sure that you click like, share, and subscribe to it. That way that the energy that I put out and the information that I put into the cards, your energy is included in the reading, and that's a way we can kind of link up as well. And so I can make sure that it makes it more tailor-made, the readings for you, instead of, and while I'm trying to cast a very wide net and to include everybody else. So make sure that you do that too as well. All right, so let's get right on into it. And let's kind of just see by collectively who's the DM. Now I'm going to do collectively because I did that for the Divine Feminine. So let's look and see, where does Source want the divine masculine energies to be collectively? That means how we have our movement and our being out in the world. Okay, so rather it's you a male or female, these two right here, I felt you. This is what they want us to have. So bringer of light in darkness and chaos and disorganized. So spirit wants the divine masculine energies within us, or even as a male or female, to kind of get this chaos, this chaoticness of these energies that's coming on. It's funny, when I was watching Black Witch Yaya this morning, and she was saying that what makes it interesting that this 1221 portal is occurring is because it happens on the day that is the darkest and the longest, because that's, again, this is the winter solstice. And interesting, you know, as I always say, it's darkest before the dawn. Dawn meaning new beginnings. And this is what it's saying, bring the light in darkness. So as we're talking about this portal, and she was breaking it down, like, you know, Neptune is the energies of how Neptune and Jupiter is coming together. This is the closest they've ever been. The next time they'll be this way, it'll be 500 years from now. And how this is so monumental. We know this 1221 thing. We heard different things about that. You know, it's the end of the world as we know it. And it being the end of the world, meaning that uh, things and the energies that we have been based upon and foundations about things of how we know the world as we know it is ending. This is a good time out of darkness, just like the Big Bang Theory or the Spirit and Source or the Bible, the greatest book of their all, had stated that, you know, out of darkness there was light. And they said, let there be light. Understanding that Source used the words. This is a very important time, and I agreed with Black Witch Yaya, and I watched the replay for me talking about divine feminine energies too, how I stated about putting into words. This is the beginning. This is the time to now. On the day she was saying that she was going to actually sit down and write at midnight, and this really about how she's seeing herself with this new energies. It's almost as if we could say 1221 is like Happy New Year. You're writing down all your resolutions, the person that you see yourself becoming into this new ushering in this new energy. I would say even with myself, it's been a lot of talking and prepping, because especially if we're in leadership positions like we are, those of you all and many of my people that's on here, they're on a YouTube channel as well, or they got their own YouTube channels or their own Facebook groups and things of that nature. That is a lot of times that energy hits us beforehand. We feel the build up before actually 1221 comes. And so it's really prep work. And I would say the same thing, because you're a leader in your own right, in your own world, in your own universe. There's no you without, no universe without you. And so at this point, where you need to do is really setting the intentions. I've been saying this all along for 1221. It's not about getting there at 1221 and then I set the intentions. All your movement should be a build up to when that time comes. You should be ready to just move right on into that energies, talking to yourself, reparenting, telling yourself what to prepare. Yes, that you're worthy of this newness, this new beginning. And I told you before, this is like a vacuum. Remember that even with mine, I'm not just a card reader or intuitive reader in cards. I give you coaching in between too as well. So right now I would really say set the intentions again for movement, sitting down and actually writing things is well, just like what she has said, and I'm in agreement. We're both on the same alignment, where we're actually seeing ourselves in this newness, this new beginning. How do we see our movement, and writing it down? I'm in agreement. Kathy D has said it. Black Witch Yaya has said the same thing. Don't start with I don't, I won't, and will not, any of those negative things in that, like actually seeing and writing in the present tense, and as if you're in the moment and you're actually doing it. So make sure that you write that down. Again, it's chaos, because right now a lot of us, because energetically we don't know what to expect. You know, some people are saying it's a lot of things they may in the physical 3D, they might shift around too as well. We don't know. So again, energetically, we don't know as light workers how it's going to hit us that time either. Again, I'm invoking the violet flame to not shock value, but again, we don't know, because we're very sensitive to the energy. So we don't know how the Saturn and Neptune is prepping you and getting you ready. Again, Saturn again is going through that, like that 50s dad, going through there and saying, hey, no, this ain't gonna work. That's got to go. This got to go. This, you're like, oh no, not that. No, this got to go. Oh hell, what you gonna leave me with? So all of these things, you know, right now it's like I'm getting down to the bare necessities. If you're going into the new year, you're gonna have to pack light. Ooh, 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 ooh. Bag lady, you gonna miss your bus, dragging all those bags like that. Said no one ever told you what you got to. It's you, it's you, it's you. One day you're gonna stay, won't try up your space, something like that. So you want to make sure that when you're doing that, that you are truly, although you're divine masculine, but we used to say, bag man, you gonna miss their bus, dragging all them bags like that. So we want to make sure that you, even in your emotions and your thinking, divine masculine, that you're packing light. How we got to do that? We got to deal with this chaos and disorganization, getting rid of things that you don't. If you don't do it, don't worry about it, because just like I said yesterday, and I watched my own self, it's going to autocorrect. How do we autocorrect? Neptune, Neptune, no, Saturn. Saturn's going to come along and say, okay, get rid of that. Jupiter, again, is wishes and looks and dreams and all that stuff, and that fulfillment there too. But I remember somebody saying that Jupiter got a shadow side, and something about this telling me you got to kind of like that. You got to watch that. Let me look that up. What's Jupiter's shadows? Get out of here. Cancer, cancel. Jupiter's shadow. Okay. Mm. Interesting. They were saying that this one is talking about, say, Jupiter's shadow. In the end, Jupiter's shadow tweaks the struggle of adolescent sexual anxiety. Okay. Oh, this is another. This is a book. Oh, that's interesting. I'm like, excuse me. Okay. And spiritual. Okay. 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 They say Jupiter's shadow is like the need to be right, driving the point home to the point of harm through words. I kind of like this. On the second sun, Jupiter. Wait, I'm getting there. Jupiter's shadow themes is Jupiter is the planet of luck and access. Some shadow themes that emerge through Jupiter's symbolism include needed to be right, driving the point home to the point of harm through words or actions, addictions, using words and power for greed, explaining away bad behavior, excess, that's interesting, excess greed, excessive alcohol consumption, excessive or harmful substance use, manipulating public thought or perception, making negative actions behind spiritual or religious belief, egotism, self serving, self righteous, and dishonest leadership spinning the truth. Interesting about Jupiter. So you have to kind of watch that shadow side of how we're using our words, especially with this chaos, and how you are explaining your chaos, how you're explaining your darkness that might stop you from actually going into the light. The abuse of leadership throws me off. A lot of excuses, and driving the point home to make sure that you seem right, hiding behind spiritual or religious beliefs, you know, for why you're doing things, and spinning the truth to your best, to your thing. And then Saturn, this planet is symbolic of stress or tense energy to begin with, and is also associated with past experiences or karma. For this reason, many shadow themes we are meant to work on are present in Saturn's symbolism in the astrology chart. So, what is our past experience or hard lessons that we have? If they're coming together and they're very close with Jupiter and Saturn, where has it, when we have explained away our bad habits from the past, and how karma is trying to help us with a hard lesson to get out of that, to shake us out of that, to saying again in our divine masculineness that makes us seem like in so many words we're trying to explain away our bad behavior, or explain away as to our beliefs and why we're there. Okay, that's what I'm picking up. And so oh Jesus, Saturn got a lot. Saturn in shadow can emerge as self-hate, blocks, blaming others, an inflated sense of knowledge or power. It can, that's that all that chaoticness. It can represent intense experiences of fear, rejection, limitation, powerlessness, and failure. That's what we got to deal with as divine masculine energies as far as in the world. Saturn's energy brings us face to face with some of our biggest fears and confrontation with our boundaries. That's something that's got to be cleaned up too. On a personal level, this planet symbolizes the discomfort that can come with human experience or potential for negative, depressive, and detached experiences. Taken very far to one side, Saturn's shadows can emerge as rigidity, uncompromising, resolute, dogmatic, cold, attempts at extreme control or domination, repression of honest feelings, unloving, hardline workaholic, addictions to work, cynicism, and obsession with success for fear of failure. So that's interesting that those things, they pretty much kind of, again, you got to watch how those two energies come together, especially in the shadows, can work against you because you're trying to bring what's in the darkness into the light, and all this in this chaos and this bumping of the energies, especially the shadows of the planets that they're coming together, also is helping us to really look and see how we have been really hardcore in some of these beliefs and ideas about the world and who we are, and how it's a clash of the titans, it's a clash of two things, and how we need to kind of move out of that unrigidness, and how we're using excuses and words to explain why we are where we are. So this is the chaos that spirit wants us to deal with. And this is the energies that's coming up now. Is, I know it's early, but you know, the waves of energies come 3 days prior to, or 4 days prior to, and sometimes 4 days after. Okay, so that was very enlightening. So this is what we're dealing with. Those are the energies of the Saturn and the Jupiter, and how it's influencing the divine masculine energies within us. So now the overall energies that we need to concentrate on, what is the energies for the divine masculine in the collective, is what? Clear. This indecisiveness, we're at the fork in the road, and it ain't just about things, and anxiety. They just said that. They said that what Neptune, no, I'm saying Saturn, is the ones that got that anxiety. So really understanding that we've got to make a decision. Okay. And that's where in walks Saturn to help you to say, okay, if you can't do it, then guess what, boo-boo? I'm gonna help you make it. Because this stuff, you just where you are right now is not really helping things. It's not helping you, and it's not helping us to have any kind of progress. We got to deal with this chaos. We got to be able to bring it from the light to the darkness, because you're a light worker. You're the light. And right now, you're not truly being who you are. So we need to find a sense of direction, so we can truly have this harmony here. Because right now, the knowledge that we do know, because this tree represents knowledge, it has no leaves on it. It has no growth on it. Standing right there and looking at it is not helping us to have any kind of spiritual growth. Matter of fact, it's making us have anxiety. I see lightning strike here. So right here, that's what I told you. Don't worry about it. This to me represents spirituality. They're at work. They're about to intensify the atmosphere, the environment, so you can be able to have this movement to get you off of this stalemate energy as a divine masculine. So the heart of the matter is what? What's the heart of the matter that's going on? Okay, one of them cards I don't know. Need. I forgot. Clear, because it said divine feminine energies. But I might could use it in a different way. So at the heart of the matter, you want reconciliation. Divine masculine energies collectively wants to retreat and wants to have a heart-to-heart conversation. That's the heart of the matter. Heart-to-heart conversation also can be, also needs to connect with you heart-to-heart as well. So clear, the divine masculine energies, the heart of the matter is you want to return. You want to return back. Again, you're tired of dealing with the divine feminine energies, and well, so in the ethereal or the 5D hurt, you're in your masculine or your humanness 3D form, and you feel like right now you want to have reconciliation, but you understand that you got to play it by the book because you understood that in the past you were acting like a clown, understanding now you got to shield yourself, and you understanding that even going into the future, you have to do that too. This is past, present, and future. Okay, so you understand it, but there's no things around you that can mark you or give you markings or help you to understand where you need to go next. But you understand that your next step it's got to be strategic because they got like a chess piece here. So in order for you to retreat, you feel like you need to retreat. One reason why you feel like you got to retreat because you feel like you got to kind of plan better when it comes to having this reconciliation with the divine feminine. Another thing that you feel like you might have to retreat because right now I'm sensing that you might be overwhelmed by some things. It's a lot of things. It's the chaos. And if you got chaos, in order for you to be able to deal with it better, you got to stand back. You got to get a wider scope. You got to look at things much bigger to be able to really, oh, I'm sorry, I put that up. So you can really be able to really look and get a better idea, a bird's eye view about everything that's going on. So the next thing that you have here, you understanding this has to deal with, maybe I need to do that. Maybe I'll do that with that one. Your divine feminine energies, being able to receive, you understand that balance, that yin and the yang again. So you'll be able to balance. So in order for you to send to go up, you need to learn how to receive things emotionally. Okay. Next thing you got here is the yang. Again, this is a balance here. Again, learning how to give. In the feminine's energies is receiving, and the masculine is letting go. Okay, so you can be able to release your true power, your true potential. This is what they bring it to me as well. So that's why you got to retreat, especially dealing with this chaos. And this came in reverse, which means they really want to emphasize it's time to clean things up so you can move out of this indecisive thing, indecisiveness. I want to take this card here and I want to revisit this feminine. So what kind of energies do you need to heal? So I'm going to use my new Mystic Moon cards. Clear. So what is the divine masculine energies collected? What in their feminine energies do they need to kind of heal? Hazy. They got to heal being hazy when it comes to their emotions and being able to receive. Even though the pathway forward is unclear, I will continue to rely on my higher self to lead the way. So in the divine masculine energy, as far as our being in the physical world, this is what they're telling us, that we still need to, although things are hazy, we still need to keep on moving forward. Again, the hazy, that's the chaos. And then they're telling me if you keep on moving forward, making one step in front of the other, it will eventually become clear. Okay. They also say in this, in the divine feminine energies, they want you to get an imprint. My soul has chosen you for this important lesson for healing and ascension purpose. I thank you for our time together. So in order for you to have that reconciliation, you've got to get into understanding that when it comes to your divine partner or divine counterpart, they're understanding that this stuff, especially these lessons, have already been imprinted in you. It's not really something that you can say, oh, I could get rid of, because it's in there. It's a stamp. It's just like somebody, like the slaves, and they would take the branding thing, go into the skin, so everybody know that that slave was the property of the Pitts. That's the Pitts. They come from the Pitts plantation. We put a P on it with a circle and brand our slaves. That's again, and it might be a graphic description, but you understand that's again, they know that again, you are imprinted as a twin flame. You are already specially encoded as the perfect other piece, the divine partner or the divine counterpart that's left there as the other side, that's the perfect match, the perfect balance to that person's soul resonating vibration. You all sing the same tune, the same symphony. And so again, understanding that because of that, we always say again with our divine partners, when they came along, they helped to awaken us. We were walking around in a slumber, being okay with where we are until they come along, and then they wake us up to say, oh, wait a second, it's like the Matrix. It's the blue pill or the red pill, and we went on ahead and had that red pill, and we ain't been the same since. And so that's their purpose. So understanding that we, at the point, you need to come and say thank you to your divine counterpart and thank them for the lessons that they have brought to help you to grow. That's again helping you to receive and not look at it from a bad standpoint. Oh, they did this to me. I wish they would have left me just right where I was at. Divine truth, because it fell on the floor. So this is divine. Okay, we're moving on to the heart-to-heart conversation. Okay, so the divine masculine, you feel as if collectively they want to have a heart-to-heart conversation with the divine feminine, with their other counter, with the other equal balance energy. Okay. Some of them they feel like if they had the heart-to-heart talk here, you know, I'm picking up some DMs say, well, if I do that, she might go over and beyond and might take it beyond what it is when I just want to really just talk, and she's gonna come and be very overly emotional about some stuff. Um, that's true, but they want to have this honest discussion. The angel's going to be there. Need to have this heart-to-heart conversation or this heart-to-heart connection, because it's going to help them to breathe. And once you be able to breathe, you'll be able to become lighter, and you'll be able to again levitate. Again, they want you, from source says the main thing is they want to bring light to darkness. How you're going to be able to bring light to darkness or to become lighter is with them, is saying again is to have this conversation so you'll be able to breathe, because some of you all have been holding your breath about this. Again, you got to do this because the truth has got to be told. The truth has got to be told, because again, there's a mask being worn that's going to help to take the mask off. Is gold. Gold represents, in my metaphysical beliefs, gold is understanding. So again, you got to take the mask off emotionally so you can truly get some understanding about what's actually going on. Also, it's going to open up the window to your soul. You're going to become wiser, and it's going to allow love to be able to flow once you have this conversation. Okay. Let's see about what's going on for the twin flame journey for the divine masculine. Collectively, what's going on? Clear. Ooh, right on out there. So what's going on with them as far as on this journey? They said, I'm trying to think of what I want to say to you. Okay, that goes to that heart-to-heart conversation. They say, I look at your picture often. So some of them are looking at you on Facebook or any kind of social media. If you have your own picture, they look at that, and you've affected my life significantly. That goes back to, again, about this imprint. Understand and say thank you about that. Please understand that you're not just a blimp on the screen or a blimp in the, or a period or a little dot in their life, that you really have brought some real major shifts to occur. And that's what I'm saying. Just get to the point of saying thank you. You know, can say, I want to thank you, Heavenly Father, for shining your light on me. You sent me someone who really had it and loved me, and not for my body. Oh, I want to thank you. Oh, you know that part. You want to say, I want to thank you. Okay. That part there. How is the divine masculine feeling though? How's the divine masculine feeling at this point? Even collectively. I got to watch it, because my DM or some DM will come up. It's like, I'm talking to everybody. I ain't just talking to you. So let me make sure I put that in there. Okay. Receptive, open, accepting, and welcoming. Okay. All right then. So again, Spirit wants them to understand that to really, in order for to have this balance here, they're kind of shifting them. Is like, get out of that thinking, that analytical mind. You got to kind of get more into the feeling nature of it. Again, that's that balance, that heart intelligence. where it's really understanding again that it's not just about you being making things happen. It's not forcing things and I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man. It ain't all about that stuff. Okay, it's about recepting and noticing the beauty that's all around you too. Understanding how spirit is still blessing you, although through the rain. Like April, we had talk about that and about how to dance in the rain, how to look at the rain and not look at it so bad about what's going on. Understanding that right now in his feelings, he's in emotions, he's feeling confused. He's like, I'm all over the place. That's why I'm disorientated and bewildered and puzzled, because again, this is this chaos again that is disorganized, and helping himself to bring light to it. All you can do at this point, divine feminines, and I know you're watching, is to really just anchor yourself, this period, this anchor, and then hopefully just to believe that it will affect your other part of yourself in the 3D, that say all I can do is anchor. I can't go through the lessons for you because again, I want you to be able to do that. That's just like you trying to help a baby to walk, or like yesterday's example in Divine Feminines, which is helping them to train. If they will never know how to ride the bike on their own, if they're constantly behind the Divine Feminine pushing and say, I got it. It's like, yeah, so what I'm doing is I'm going to be running behind the bike, but at the same time, I'm going to be running myself ragged, trying to be able to make sure that you are balanced on the bike, because I'm the one who's helping to balance it. Same thing with the divine masculine energies at this time. Where we are is understanding that, again, karma or these hard lessons are ending so they can lead us into the dojo, which is the pathway, the true way in which they need to go. Some of these things, again, we cannot help each other to get there, to see truly the light, or to be the bringer of the light into the darkness, into the world. Because again, what I look at that is about truly being a light worker. How you gain that is some of those things. You think about all those stories about people taking journeys and odysseys and all that stuff. They had to learn on their own. They might have people to come and help and assist and support them, but at the end of the day, when you talk about those mythology and those Greek stories and things like that, in which somebody's taken an actual odyssey to things, he had to come up with a solution to the problem himself, or he had to, or any kind of story, that person who is the main character had to carry out that mission on their own. Okay, they had people to help, but still at the end of the day, they're the ones they had to carry out and to finish it out. So in his emotions, the divine masculine say he's understanding, he's grateful. It goes back to what it says there earlier. Again, you have affected my life significantly. They're thanking God for that, understanding that, understanding that that thing came out several times, understanding that you have been printed in their soul. It's not really something they can get away with, these divine masculines. And I've seen it in other people's readings, are really truly getting to the point of them understanding that, hey, they've helped me grow. This divine feminine, clear. Nothing happens, again, like I said before, by accident. They cross my paths to really truly give me a lesson about myself and where I need to kind of like spiritually grow and mature in. And they are thankful for it. They might be cursing underneath their breath something about the thing, but when it comes at the end of the day, I feel like some of these divine masculines, it's like, I didn't really thought about this. And, I'm just like, really, whichever way the chips may lay about this, when it comes down to it, I want to say thank you. I really want to say thank you about where I am on this. Here is the divine masculine. This is in the reverse, which lets me to really emphasize this right now in their emotions. They are really truly looking about spiritually being baptized, understanding that they are vulnerable. Really are. There's no protection, because I see many times me like this, it's like I'm really trying to protect myself, and I'm very vulnerable when you see a woman that's in that kind of position. I see also the divine master. It does feel like I'm hearing one of them say, you know what, my queen is left out there vulnerable. She's getting spiritually dealing with how the rain and being okay with things not going her way, but still looking beautiful and all that. But I still have left my my queen vulnerable as a king, you know, almost like a chess piece. You know, they say she's out there, anything could come and snatch that up off the board. And you don't want to be able to do that. And so I'm hearing some of them saying she's left out there. She's left out there, and I put her in that position, you know. But again, also you can say another layer is again in his emotions, he feels like he's out there. What he sees is his divine feminine is nothing but a reflection of himself, is that he's left his emotions out there vulnerable without any protection. But again, also feeling at the same time, he's getting cleansed by that. It's something again in that vulnerability and that having nothing back there to blockade those things, got a confirmation there. It's also helping the divine masculine to get a new perspective of his vulnerability and understand it's okay to not always be guarded all the time. It's okay to not have an answer as to how you can be able to do that. That's a whatchamacallit here. So it's interesting. Temperance, understanding the defined balance into, let me see, I can see, you can see, there you go. Finding temperance, finding balance to what's actually going on. Still being naked. Again, he's seeing the divine. This is what I'm seeing. Now, this is interesting to me when I look at it. It's almost like a bride here. So really the commitment of it. And that's a veil that's over the divine feminine too as well. And being able to have that. Is this a cat? No, this is the man here. Okay, that's, oh, it's a man holding on to the divine feminine and getting and like really being like nurturing. Like I say again, the divine masculine understands that in the energies and the divine feminine energies, it's really been there to help. I'm hearing the word say cultivate them, very, very nurturing to them. Even though it seemed like to me he like a grown man and said, I got it, but understanding that there's still something about the divine feminine energies, feels like it brings him back to that wanting to be that innocence, that I still need to be nurtured. I might be the man and the boss man or the businessman in the conference room, but somebody that still feels like when I come to you, there's that where you bring me into my, as David said, my sacredness as well. And you just have a natural swing to life. You got the understanding of the rhythm of things and how this can be playful with things that's going on as well. Even though he feels like, you know, there's I'm still drawn to this veil, like it's something that he's not really truly getting to see about you as well. Here's something over the head again too as well. When I look at this, this is again justice, understanding the divine masculine wants some justice about it, justice again. But what I feel like again when I see this here, there's a hiding, there's a shyness about this, wanting this justice, knowing he wants it, not being able to go about doing it because again it's based upon old traditions, old religious beliefs, things that he has. This is a tradition, you know, that you got to wear the head wrap all of the time, and it's kind of blocking him from again to me in his crown chakra to really truly get an understanding. That's what's causing to help with this confusion, this haziness as well, because it's based upon old paradigms, old beliefs, old religions, things that's not helping them. Because again, in this twin flame journey, you got to kind of look beyond, and you can't rely on old traditions. It just not clear. It's not going to help you. It's not going to get you anywhere with that. So let's look and see about the divine masculine, about as far as with this connection. What does he see with this connection? What's going on with this connection? The divine masculine is collectively. Let me say that as well. Okay. When we look at that, we're talking about the divine masculine still. He understands that the divine feminine energies nurtures him. We got this camel here, which represents, you know, being able to have this forward movement, but understand in order for him to get there, it's got to be based upon spirituality, because camels can go for long distances. In order for it to go to long distance, it got to be based upon spirituality. Camels can not go for long periods of time without the food, but they can go long periods of time with water. Water represents spirituality. Divine masculine understands he's got to from head to toe. The head rules the body. Even his head, he's got a cap on, it's orange. He understands that in his sacredness, sacral energy, sacral chakra. He's got to be able to build healthy connections, be able to manifest things, have healthy boundaries as well. With that, he understand, and the divine feminine, in order for her to keep, focused in on him, to be, she's got to be able to, I'm seeing yellow on her, which is to stand in her power and her authority, because he really looks at her as a source of leadership. She can't be all over the place, and for them to be able to comfortably sit on their, in their heart space. This is what he knows in the connection that's got to happen. The divine master understands we got 12 here, understanding that's order, divine order. He feels the order for you to really truly have divine order in this connection. He wants to offer this cup of love. Okay, and this is a nice medium size. It's a balanced cup of love. It's not over exaggerated, like, when I get big, I'm gonna get you a big mansion, I'm gonna do all that. To me, when I look at that, he's understanding it's in order. This is a moderation cup. This is a cup that he say I can give promises, I can fulfill on it. It's not overlandish stuff. It's not over exaggerated stuff when it comes to love. Understanding that he has to, is that green or brown? He has to be in his heart space, and the divine feminine needs to be in his heart space. Look like to me, I'm looking at it, say, if you in your heart space, she's from head to toe. That's the head leads the body. That helps me to know that. And then I also know when it comes to my connections, that's the space I got, in the mind space I've got to stay in order for me to be able to offer this cup of love that's balanced, that's really nice. However, the conflict here is understanding the divine feminine energies here. When I see she has a hand out, there's some past issues there. When she's like this, she's looking to the more at the back. There's past issues that she's got to deal with this, and he's understanding it, and she's got to get some knowledge on it, some really handle about how she could be able to do that. And really see the beauty in it, because I see flowers coming off this tree as well. And he's got to be there to support her, because I'm seeing that, I always think about they saying that like a lot of times with divine masculine energies, especially when they say you got to have reconciliation and have this heart-to-heart talk with the divine feminine. A lot of times divine masters like, well, I said I'm sorry, I'm finished with it. And you hear psychologists and anything that would talk to you, and then counselors and marriage and any type of partnership, they're like, well, I'm sorry, it don't go that way. You might have to find yourself apologizing 1,000 times. It's like the Bible, 70 times 7, because you might have to keep on consistently doing that until she feels in her heart that, hey, it's sincere, I feel it, I get it. So, you might have to, again, divine masculine energies collectively, that might have to happen there. She might want to drift and talk about where the past, X, Y, and Z. But you've got to be there. To me, when I look at it, it's like, okay, you can look at the past step, but I want you to know I'm here. I am present. I'm here holding you up. You could fall back, but he's like, listen here, I got everything. I got that leg. I got everything. So don't even try to be talking about, but I don't know. No, I got you, boo. So don't even think about it. And this, you got the elephant here, which is represented also about nostalgia too, as well. So you see the it's like he's laying down. So it's like, that part has got to be put to rest in order for us to have 2, which is harmony. I just see this is leveling up 12 to 13. There's a leveling up there. He understands it's got to happen with the connection as well too. Let me look and see as far as let's get into some 3D action and actually see what's happening collectively with them. So let's look and see clear what's happening with the divine masculines collectively. Woo, divine truth got a hopper, a flyer. This one is active. Let me make sure I don't want this falling on the floor. Me rolling on it rather. Okay, let's see. Okay, letting go. Okay, so this is where we at. We got to understand in the divine masculine energies to let go. We got this balloon that found that goes back to I always say about when you come to the divine masculine energies as well. It's got several layers to it. I always talk about the balloon when I talk about my DM, and understanding that, I feel like that's the thing I have it tethered around my wrist. And a lot of times, like a helium balloon, he might kind of float away and go all over the place. And if I want to kind of see it, I have to bring it down. And I always use that example as far as when you're dealing with the divine masculine energies, not to have any expectations, just to know that it's there. We're connected. I know that's my balloon. That's my favorite balloon. It's with me. I take it with me wherever I go. That's how the energies are. And so that's the same thing. He's got to maybe, I'm picking up and they keep bringing it to me, is that the divine masculine has to get to the point that the divine feminine might have gotten to the point that she's let go. Okay. All right. She might have let go and said, although I love it, letting go. Could also be, again, letting go as far as the image of what love is, letting that go, the way of you being controlling. Because again, me holding on, that might be also a way of controlling the dynamic of the relationship too, and just letting go, setting it free and seeing where it floats and where it goes. That's a lot of things that's going on. So we're going to look and see what's happening in the 3D with the divine masculine. Clear. What's going on with them? So what's going on with the divine masculines collectively? Wanting to have the world, but been busy. So I would say, again, emotionally trying to really get a handle on this as far as the world. To me, when I look at this, this could be a purse, but this looked like to me she's kind of business. So right now he's really into the worldly thing. He's probably deep diving himself into his work, so that again, in the divine feminine energies, his emotions within himself, that he's really trying to say, this is a way that I could be able to tap into the things that I want of the world by doing this, or also saying I've got to go get hard at work. He's been working on some things even in the 3D, because he wants everything under the sun. Okay, the sun energies, wanting all of that. Okay, so he knows he's got to let go. So that's interesting. It's followed behind the letting go. So letting go of the world so he can have the sun. That's another way of looking at it. Letting go of the world and hard working on making things happen emotionally, again, so that you can have everything underneath the sun. I also picked up when I looked at this, the divine feminine is hard at work in being in the world too as well, and understanding that he's got to let it go, her go and be herself, as she's able to engage with things in the world, so she can also have everything underneath the sun. Okay, what's going on? Okay, so this is where it is. What's going on with the divine masculine collectively as well? Is there anything else you'd like us to know what's going on in 3D? Clear. Distance horizon. So the divine masculine has been daydreaming. He's been thinking about where he wants to lay anchor in the future. This has been something that has really truly has been, but he's been doing daydreaming about it, like, really seeing how things will be happening for him in the distant, in the horizon. Okay, is there anything else? He's really working on becoming the main male. Okay. Okay, the privilege here. Some of them, we got the privileged lady here. So some kind of hard lesson or karmic lesson is come along. That this lady feels like they have the right to be there. Okay, let's see. What's going on in connection to the world? What's going on with this persona? Okay. So we have dating and embrace. Pillow princess. Mm-hmm. keep on singing, hitting the song. Do, 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 do. Deliver me from people. 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 Deliver me. And I don't know the name. I can't point them out. Doesn't mean people, people deliver me. So again, deliver you from people. When you praying about people and delivering to things, doesn't mean people as well. So I'm picking that song there. So again, deliver. Oh, this came on the floor. This again, to me, when I see this card, this is a person who believes they have the right to be there. Privileged lady. Dealing with that energy, I'm seeing the number 12 keeps on popping off, which to me again is understanding to get divine order about some things. Divine master wants this reconciliation. He wants the reconciliation with the divine feminine to be able to date, to embrace. Pillow princess, that's interesting now. What that means. Because all I'm thinking about pillow talk. Pillow princess. I've never heard that term before. Yeah, but he feels like he is. Let's see what that means. Pillow. What's a print? What does? I'm just being honest. Does pillow? Yeah, I always already said that. I've never heard that term before. Oh wow. Okay, a pillow princess is a girl who likes to receive sexual pleasure but does not often return the favor herself. Oh, wow. A girl in a lesbian relationship who likes the receiving but doesn't like to do the giving. This is the same as a pillow queen, aka the bottom in the relationship. Posey is doing all the giving while So sits back and does nothing. That's what I said. What I really am picking up is he wants to do that, but right now, in the meantime, he's dealing with, love the one you with. If you can't be with the one you love the one you with. So some of these divine masculines are dealing with the privileged lady. This goes in several layers. Like right now, they're going ahead and they're dating. They're still into the karmic, the karma, learning the lessons about that. Some of them saying they are retrieving data by doing this. They're doing all this stuff for this privileged lady or this distorted partner. They're trying to embrace where they are. Like they said, loved one you with. This person is a person who has been getting all the sexual favors, but does not do it in return. And so now he feels like he's victimized by this person. Interesting. So this is where he's at on that part there. Interesting. Okay. So that's part of the thing of letting go. All this stuff. This thing of ideology, the love that explain this, the thing about that. Let me find why I'm got these cards out. Can you explain about this main male then? How you going to do that then? In the 3D world, in the world. Okay, mysterious man, a stranger. Seems like he said, I'm gonna become a mysterious stranger. Like I ain't gonna let people know what I'm doing. I'm not gonna what they're saying. Say I ain't gonna know what the left hand is not knowing what the right hand is doing. I ain't gonna let the left hand know what the right hand is doing. Try to truly find nirvana. Okay. Try to again understand to be the main man is to also practice saying no means no. Having healthy boundaries. We talked about that earlier. Um, this old flame, which would be you, wanted to reignite that old flame. To me, when I look at this looks like, again, past experiences, past life, past things that we've had with you, because a lot of you all, you already have a connection with them that goes beyond this lifetime of this soul, okay? What's going on, I mean, with this soul, but beyond lifetimes and things that you have done. He's saying in order for him to become the main male, he's going to work with this overindulgence. That's what I've seen about that love. It's like, I'm not going to overly do and overextend myself. I'm going to give really from a place of, I think about like my stylist. She was talking about when I was wanting to get my hair dyed. And she was like, you know what? Hold on a second. We can't take it too blonde because we don't want to mess with the integrity of your hair. So that's the same thing, just like with the divine masculine. He don't want to overindulge, overreach, overpromise when that's going to mess with the integrity of him, who he is, how you going to value him and look at him. You're like, see, I told you, see, there you go on them promises. You told me you was going to bring me to Paris. You ain't did that. There you go with that stuff again. See, that's why I knew I could not trust you because, that's what you did last time. Did all that promises. See, and that's why, again, as she go reaching back to the past and he's trying to hold on to, hold on, don't go back there again. And you like, no, see, because I knew I'm going to hold on to the past. So he's trying to bring it back. And he understands that the divine master say he's got to, again, work with this dirty laundry. He got to clean some stuff up. Okay, there's some dirty clothes there, that he got to learn how to air these dirty lines, and he got to clean things up. And then when the cards come up with that, it was in reverse. They say he's got to clean things up. I could have sworn it was. Wasn't that here? So he knows. Okay, he knows. All right, so let's see how Spirit says it's going to be able to help him. Let's get into the solutions. Let's run on through them. Okay, so the solutions are the following. Clear. Of how he needs to get in his divinity. He needs to deal with this fear factor. I keep on, I'm singing the song. Does it mean people deliver me? Say I can't pull around. I don't know the name. Does it mean people deliver me? All right then. So this fear here, these people, you got to get over and communion. To me, it's a coming together and coming together with the right people. Again, this is the tree. This one now, this tree has some knowledge. This starts with this indecisiveness, knowing specifically what direction you specifically need to go. And now that gives you roots. I would say also with the divine masculine energies to again commune with nature, get outside, commune with the nature, true nature of who you are. So it can be able to get you into your values as well. Okay. I also would say here, as far as what you need, your life changes that need to occur for you. Divine masculine, clear. Is this again? You need a new career. You need a new job. What is your thing that's career again, as far as where you are really investing your time, your effort, creating that manifestation, how you got that equal change of exchange there too as well. I'm also picking that some of these people where I'm talking about deliver me from people is people on the job too. That's got to be, because I guess if when you do that, that's going to help you stand in your power. You got a little orange and yellow here, which means again your sacral, how you're connecting with other people, how you being able to manifest things, how in again your standing in your power as well. in the inside here again, you got some elimination here too, but it's got a little green with that. This is interesting of a combination. So you got to eliminate some things as the matters of the heart, which will help you to be able to get that is your crown chakra. And that will help you to get you in your heart space. So this new career is going to help you to get into your heart space. You got these heavenly signs here. Signs that's been telling you your life changes. Follow the signs. That to me, they're telling me it's almost going to be like road markers. Really, truly, again, this is like, again, these indecisionness. If you start paying attention to the signs, it's going to stop you from being indecisive. Okay. About some things. What things do you need to surrender? Divine masculine, clear. Surrender your fear of intimacy. Okay. True intimacy. Man, I got intimacy. Yeah, yeah. What you talking about intimacy, and you got this pillow princess that I had to look up what the heck that means. That's not intimacy. Intimacy should be a place where you really are truly getting a let me put this in. Hold on one second. Truly getting an equal balance of things like this. And right now it seems like what you're doing right now is this person is saying me, and I ain't talking about like she trying to do the scales. It's just all about me. I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. So it's all about her, and not in a positive way. Okay. So the fear of intimacy, really truly being intimacy, letting that person see you, see what through you, see you're the good, the bad, and the ugly. You are ready to let love in compassionately, identify and begin to release any patterns that stop you from opening your heart. I already told you here, I said, and one of them seems like you got to get a new job, okay? A new job, or how you're handling things too as well. So some other things again with this. Clear. What's some advice? Stand your ground. You already said this. You got to understand no means no. You got to air your dirty laundry. You got to stand your ground even with yourself. Because you didn't kind of let yourself go with some things. I can see here. You didn't let some things kind of run a little muck a little bit. Okay. And you've got to kind of get control over that. Because they say about that chaos. Remember at the beginning they said about the chaos? So that ain't Miss Divine Sunshine saying that. Clear, that's Source saying again. So we gotta, in order to get that, we gotta get that under control. So now let's look at what's our relationship. Oh, I didn't bring that out? Okay. I'm gonna put that in the thing so you can hear the whole song. People, people. Does it mean people, people to live me? Clear. It keeps on singing that. So this one, I'm gonna put that as the title. You want to be delivered from people. Just to help deliver me so I can get into the light from the darkness. So this is the advice that the divine masculine is giving to the divine feminine. Collectively, while they're working through this, what do we need to actually do? Okay, I'll put it right there. Which is, again, appreciate this moment. Each and every situation has an opportunity to grow and find love. Appreciate where you are right now. Everything, the whole ball of yarn and wax and everything. Just appreciate everything that's happening. Appreciating that, the awakening. Appreciating the lessons that you had to go through. This appreciation. Okay. And then it says, speak the language of love. Loving words have the power to change someone's life, including your own. Especially when he said that if this divine masculine does get the courage to contact you and to have this heart-to-heart talk with you, remember at all times to stay in that space about love. Even if you're talking to your divine confirmation, Remember, his chime is divine. We got that heart space involved there. Remember also that with the divine, talking to them, 50 heart to heart. You know, we no longer do the talking telepathically through the head, it's through the heart. When you're talking to them, keep that clean. Remember, even when you're talking to yourself about yourself and the divine counterpart, that energy in you all's bubble. Remember, I told you about that in the trigger warning, and sometimes that talk to self, and what you talk about when you're mad at the twin, and how that kind of stays, that energy stays in there to block union. Are you really actually coming together with your person? Keep that in mind too, divine feminines, that we've got to watch the dialogue that we had there. You got to really go in there and clear and transmute beyond all space and times, all timelines too. For that, we got to kind of watch that too when we're talking about how we're talking. And that's what I say, language of love. Remember that the mic is hot, like they say. And then a lot of times they say, sir, they just talk about that motherfucker, that thing there. Say, sir, what? The mic is hot. What? You mean they heard me talk about them? Yeah. And it's all on social media. It's all on there. They coming on there. They telling them so and so had a hot mic, and they call so and so a motherfucker. MF. And it's like, woo, and you can't take it down once it's out there, especially on there. It's over with. That's the same thing, just like when we was talking about our divine counterpart. We call them everything but the Son of God. And we was like, it's out there. It's out there in the ethers. You're gonna have to find some kind of way to retrieve that. Bring that back on in. Say cancel it. Cancel that order. Clear and transmute it through all space and time and timelines, past, present, and future. Those things, because I said that in the heat of the moment. My heart, that's not exactly what I felt. Okay, so now let's look at the relationship advice. Here we go. We're wrapping it up. Attempting to control others attracts more to be controlled. Then I talk about that control, and I talk about that balloon. I said that it is easy to understand how you would come to the conclusion that your path to feeling good is through influencing or controlling the behavior of others. But as you attempt to control them, that goes back to him dealing with this privilege, that karmic lady talk about, well, if I date her and I do everything that they ask me, I'm gonna embrace it, those things. And then again, what was the next thing? Doing all that stuff and have sex, and then this person at the point, or that you getting your rocks off and the person ain't doing nothing, or she getting her rocks off and you ain't doing nothing, or vice versa. That's not where it's at. So again, they say, but as you attempt to control them through an influence of coercion, you discover that not only you cannot contain them, but your attention to them brings more like them into your experience. You simply cannot get to where you want to be by attempting to control or eliminate the unwanted. Okay? So divine master, whatever it is that you is, that's why I say get to the point, stop that overindulgence. You got to start again dealing with this dirty laundry. Okay? All right, and the last message here, I look like my stuff be 110. What's the last message for the divine masculine? Clear. How you can be again. What is it that you want? Ooh, wow, you got a lot of words here. This is from the mouth of the divine masculine, and excuse my French in advance. Wow. Okay, it's only 3. The other one is one of the things. He say, fuck feelings. You have logic for a reason. Use it. Again, his feelings got him here. And he's like, right now at the point, I've got to use heart intelligence, like I said earlier, or wisdom in order to get me out of here, because this is not going to help me. Logic. I have logic. I have wisdom. I have heart intelligence for a reason. And this is what's going to help me to get out of this, about this deliverance from people. Okay. Time to talk dollars. Grown ass folks take care of their money. This again, he's got to get a new career. This has been coming up before with the divine masculine collectively, about him got to pick another one, because some of them, the reasons why they're in this situation with the karmic situation here, and she made a presence known, is because of the money. It's not enough. Some of them are surrendering themselves to it and settling for this pillow princess because she is, you know, she's helping to fund his whatever he's going through. Fund, he's a fund, and she's a backer. Whatever it is for what's happening, and a lot of times got a confirmation he's not able to stand on his own without that. He's got to get to the point that he's got to get a career so he can be able to stand on his own 2 feet, so he can be able to feel good about himself and be able to offer that cup of love as well. Also, again, your boundaries are trash. What they say, no means no. We talked about that earlier. I mean, you know, I love it when they pull it together. I mean, that's why I like to pull it out the box. It takes a lot of time, but I want you to understand that I'm a real deal McCoy. This is not something that I just like, oh, today, you know, that source is really, truly working with me, because in order for to have these synchronicities and things like that, I mean, this is truly not divine sunshine coming in. I'm truly being an instrument and a channel for a source to bring this information to you, which you need to know. And again, it says your boundaries are trash, divine masculine. It's a block those bad vibes. I was about to say block those bitches. I don't know why I say bitches instead of bad vibes, but you need to block that. You need to block their energies. They'll block those bad vibes that's coming off from you in your thinking. Block those bad vibes from other people. That's, again, I keep on singing that song, and I know you all tired of me singing it, but again, it says deliver me from people. Okay, people. Let me see if I can find the words there, because they might allow me to sing it. I kind of do know the thing, but my thing is that deliver me. Oh, it's somebody, and he's from Chicago too. There's a song. He's from Chicago. Jonathan Reynolds. Yeah, he's from Chicago. That's interesting. It said the lyrics said they are. Ooh, go back. I don't want that. Get off of here. Ooh, they cut me with that stuff. They are the best and the worst you've created, loving and hating, unopinionated, loners in basements and those congregated. Deliver me. Far from the peaceful shore, I was sinking deep in the ocean of thoughts they were thinking. Don't know what validation I was seeking. Deliver me from people, people, people. When you said you could heal me from anything, did you mean people, people? Deliver me. Because I can't point them out. I won't say their names. I don't know the damage or which one to blame. It's just people, people, deliver me. She was the reason I smiled in the morning. He took the last bit of joy I was storming. That's too much power for anything human. Deliver me from. People, people, I know you can heal me from anything. What about people? People, deliver me. Because I can't point them out. I won't say their name. I don't know the damage or which one to blame. It's just people, people, deliver me. Oh, the hurt are hurting, and the broken are breaking, and the ones who had their joy taken away are here, taken from others. Pillow princess, people, people, forgive these people. Again, that's why I keep on hearing say, people, people. I know you can heal. I know you can heal me from anything. What about people, people? Unbelievable. That's what he's saying. Please deliver me from people. I won't point. I won't say their names. You know what it is. Stop trying to protect them. It's the pillow princess, the privileged one. All right. Okay. This is beautiful. All right then. So I will title it. I'll let it go through me, and let me see. Can I edit it right there? Okay. I have to wait. Okay. Um. Uh. Edit. Wait. I have to wait till it's finished to do that. Okay. Anyway, so again, I'll have to edit it on the other side. So thank you so very much. Remember to make sure that you click like, share, and subscribe to the channel, okay? As well, make sure you go over to divineunisouls11.co and get your instant reading for $1 is my present. They're going to some of those notifications was people trekking over there to go and get that. So I thank you so very much to take advantage of that as well. Please make sure that you are clicking whichever one Spirit has told you. Again, you go 1 through 11 is for situations. You pick which number it picks you, and then 1 through 7 is the solutions to it. And you can do either one. You can just say, what's the solution? That's all I want to know. I'm thinking the problem and I look and see what the solution is, or I know what the solution is and I want to get a viewpoint of understanding the situation. Okay. All right, there is always stay uplifted. Take that off. As always, stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascending. Namaste, namago. Love you. All right. Oh, bye.